backing me up.
Contact well.
You have tuned in to an instructional video on how to achieve maximum aim precision by following 5 basic steps. Expect nothing less than a 4.0 kill-death ratio, 98% accuracy, and a nuclear every game after watching this video. But in all seriousness, these 5 steps are things that I personally consider when needing to improve on my gameplay performance. Keeping these things on mind, guys, and making appropriate adjustments will benefit your aim in the long run 100%. If you wouldn't mind dropping an early like, subscribing to the channel if you are new, turning on post notifications, and don't forget to follow the KARNAGEclan on Twitter. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into these 5 tips. One of the most important aspects of improving your aim in Black Ops 4 is to perfect your sensitivity. So sensitivity is going to be the first thing we talk about. Even if you think you're using the best sensitivity, maybe from a previous Call of Duty, it's a sensitivity you're comfortable with, try switching it up a bit, either up or down, either way. There are benefits to both. Lower sensitivities are good because you can be far more accurate and precise, and sudden movements won't throw your aim off entirely. Higher sensitivities are good because you're able to turn quicker and snap onto enemies a lot faster. This makes it easier to turn on enemies. I would recommend starting with a higher sensitivity and lowering it accordingly. I personally started with a 9.9 sensitivity and ended up reducing it to a 6.6, where I finally felt that it was perfect. Definitely try switching it up, adjust your sensitivity, see what works for you, because sensitivity is extremely important in how well you're playing. Even if you think you've found a sensitivity that works for you and you've been using it for years and years, I would still recommend trying something different. Get out of your comfort zone and try something new, and it might just be the reason why you're not as good as you should be, or you might be surprised, and changing that sensitivity could make you a whole lot better. So definitely try switching up your sensitivity. Next up, grip. This should come as an obvious one, but many tend to sacrifice grip for the benefits of other attachments, even when their aim and accuracy may not be the best. Using grip won't directly improve your ability to lock onto your target, but it will help those that struggle to stay on their target, especially for those that lack the insanely accurate aim of those like Dismo and K3. I don't know if you guys have seen their aim, but my god, putting as much as possible in your favor to hit as many bullets as possible is essential. Grip 2, when applicable, will further your aim assistance by minimizing your recoil when aiming before firing, and also reduces flinch when aiming down your sights. Now, Grip 2 is only applicable for the ICR, which, Jesus, that gun needs a nerf as of now, the GKS, and the SDM sniper rifle. So Grip 2 really isn't that applicable for most weapons, but definitely Grip, guys, when it can be used, would highly be recommendable. So definitely try it out, put it on the weapon, and don't sacrifice it for other attachments that you necessarily don't think you'll need, especially if your aim isn't exactly the greatest. In this side-by-side comparison, you'll clearly see the massive difference that grip gives you. On the left, we have grip. On the right, we have no grip. And take in mind that this is also on one of the most accurate weapons in Black Ops 4 to begin with. So even without grip, this weapon is extremely precise. But putting grip on this gun, literally every single bullet hits exactly where your iron sights are pointed. As you can see, there is simply one bullet hole at the end of this clip for the grip ICR. In addition to the grip, having an optic sight can be extremely beneficial. This is preference based because some iron sights are definitely manageable, and not using it will allow for a free create class slot to be used elsewhere. However, for those that are struggling with their aim, and obviously you're watching this video for that reason, using the reflex or elo sights can drastically improve your performance, and I'm telling you the truth. These would be my only recommended optics to use, as the others clutter up the screen far too much, and in my opinion are just not useful in a fast-paced game like Call of Duty unless you're just a really slow-paced player, to be honest. These sights will make aiming a whole lot easier for you as they make it clear onto what exactly you are shooting at. One of the biggest benefits that sights will give you is taking enemies off of head glitches, because obviously when they're sitting on a head glitch, their head is very small, and having that ELO pinpoint accuracy or that reflex pinpoint accuracy will make it very easy to pinpoint that little small head target and take them off very easily. Next up, have aim assist on. I had to throw it in here because if I can save one person from going through the tragic situation of going through just playing Call of Duty without aim assist on, somehow it managed to get turned off by accident or something like that, then I'm saving someone's life basically, because my god, that's horrible, and that actually happened to me back in Modern Warfare 3. So go into your settings, make sure aim assist is turned on. Alright, next up we have probably the most helpful and most useful tip in today's video, other than maybe the sensitivity, but this kind of has a correlation with sensitivity and pretty much directly involved, so I would highly recommend staying tuned with this tip. And if you haven't already, which there's a good chance you already do have these, I would definitely recommend getting a pair, and that is Control Freaks. Now, I will clarify that we are partners with Control Freaks. We work with them and have for many years. However, you have my word when it comes to Carnage will never promote or work with companies that we don't believe in. And personally, when I first used Control Freaks back in like 2012 or 2013, somewhere around there, one of my buddies came out over to my house and he had Control Freaks first. He let me put the Control Freaks on my controller, and he actually forgot them at my house. He went back home, and for the rest of the night I started using them, and I noticed an increase in my ability to aim accurately, and I could actually not play without them once I took them off. So he came over like the next weekend and I took them off, and I was not able to play the game anymore. It was really a bad backtrack of adjustment, and I was not playing nearly as good as I ever had before in the past. So what do they do exactly? Well, they increase the range of motion, and as stated on their FAQ page, by increasing range of motion over standard thumbsticks, Control Freak thumbsticks increase sensitivity, minimizing necessary force to make large movements of the thumbstick, while maximizing control and the ability to make micro adjustments for enhanced precision. So that's the best way to say that. I was trying to come up in my head on how I could explain how they're so good. That's the best way to say it. It's basically an increased sensitivity. You're able to make very precise movements by just moving the thumbstick ever so slightly. So it really helps with your precision aiming, and you have a lot more control over the thumbstick. You'll understand what I mean if you try them out. Now, there's 3 different heights. There's the low rise, which is a 30% increase. There's the mid rise, which is a 90% increase. And then there's a high rise, which is the 120% increase in range. Now, the way that I work with it is on my left thumbstick, I actually use the mid-rise. I don't think that anything other than the mid-rise is necessary, because for games like Call of Duty, you just use that to run, to move around. Well, the right one is used for aiming, and on the right-hand side, I use the high-rise, which is 120% more range. And at first, it's really weird to get used to, but since I've been using them for years, it literally doesn't feel weird at all. It's like I said, if I took them off, I would not be able to play. I was actually invited out to an Activision Call of Duty event, and I forgot my Control Freaks when I went there, and I had to play without them, and my god, I hope you never find out about the scores that I was getting in those games, because they were horrible. So yeah, Control Freaks guys, you can use code KARNAGE at checkout for 10% off your entire order. So if you guys want to go pick up a pair of Control Freaks, there's actually a Black Ops 4 themed one, which is really cool. I'm still rocking the BO3 ones actually right now. I need to pick up a pair of the BO4 ones. But yeah, there's a BO4 themed pair. There's lots of different themes on their website at controlfreak.com. And once again, you can save yourself 10% off your entire order by using code KARNAGE at checkout. Now, lastly, guys, I want to talk about our second sponsor. And I know this is kind of turning into a partner-based video, and I apologize for that, but at the same time, I don't, because I genuinely think that these are things that will help you. That is coming from a personal perspective. These things have definitely helped me 100%, and obviously Control Freaks might be a lot more understandable for you guys. This next one might seem a little bit up in the air, but I promise you it's something that I've found myself, especially when I'm tired, helping me a lot. And I was actually just talking about this last night with KARNAGEclan and KARNAGEdex, I believe. We were kind of talking about how it's so beneficial to me, but that is GFuel. Now, we are partners with GFuel, like I said, and GFuel is an energy formula that honestly I will get behind any day. I have a back rub around with other energy formulas that have not worked well with me, that caused crashes and made me feel really bad. GFuel hasn't been that case. There's a lot of benefits, such as being natural energy, obviously not crashing me personally. That was a huge thing for me. Low calories, 25 calories per serving, sugar-free, gluten-free. There's antioxidants from 19 different fruits. There's actually a new line called the hydration formula, which doesn't have caffeine. So if you're looking for just something to hydrate yourself and you don't want that caffeine boost, then they have those hydration formula flavors. And personally, this is just something that keeps me going. It's a massive factor in keeping me focused and staying hyped. And that's what I was saying during Call of Duty. Like, I play better when I drink GFuel, especially if I'm getting tired late at night. If I need to start playing better and I need to get more hyped, I whip up some GFuel, start drinking it, and I'm promising you, I definitely see a difference in my ability to play Call of Duty. It's huge. If you guys want to just try GFuel, you can actually get sample packs for a lot cheaper of a price, and you get these little different sample packs. You can get different flavors, stuff like that. If you really like it, you can upgrade to the tubs, which obviously are about 35 servings, which will last you a lot longer. And of course, you can use code KARNAGE at checkout for 10% off your entire order. Trust me again, guys, that I promise KARNAGE will never partner with any brands or anything that we don't have trust in. These are things that I use, my teammates use, and that we love. And I guarantee they can help you in your gaming experience as well. So without further ado, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, drop a like, turn on post notifications. Hopefully these tips help you out in improving your aim in Black Ops 4.